Hello, everyone. How is it going? Happy Monday again, the last Monday of November. Monique Renee here, Silver Paw Studio, and welcome to the Green Room. This is our live stream every Monday through the end of 2020. Hop on here. We can talk about what I've got in the title or whatever Q&A you want to do about pet photography, pet videography, that kind of thing, even people photography. So, welcome. Let me go over to a different screen here. Patty's here. Hey, Patty. Love the pictures of the dog you were able to get. Do you get to go back this week? Curious. Very nice. One of the what I put in the title was holiday set ideas. I realize I've put together so many fun holiday things for, especially the rescues, actually, that I thought we could all kind of brainstorm and chit chat if we want to. If you have like last minute stuff you're trying to do for shelter pets, adoptable pets, foster pets, your own pets, your client pets, I have some interesting ideas I've gathered over the years. Really inexpensive, really simple, really easy for the animals. All right. So Patty's here. Diana's here. Hey, Diana. Yes, those were great, Patty. Thanks for sharing it in the group. No more adoptable animals currently. Okay, so are you having the same thing where like they're getting adopted super fast? Isn't that great? And then Heather's here. Hello, Heather. Yes. If you are not part of the Facebook group, where did I put that? Here we go. Here is a quick link. I never do that the right way. A quick link to the Facebook group if you want to see the pictures Patty was able to take of this adoptable dog last week. Finally, because it had been months, like a lot of us, right? So a lot of us have been to the shelter half the time, a quarter of the time, once this whole year. So it's so invigorating when we get to go back to the shelters. And so this was a cool place that we could share our photos in a private group. All right, let's take that away. What other things we got going over here? Cats and kittens adopted fast, right? Yes. Teresa, so glad you made it. And Frank, holy cow, Amber, this is why I didn't answer your call, Amber. This is because I was getting ready for this live stream. That's my daughter. Oh my gosh, March 10th. So kind of like maybe the second or third time this whole year, Patty. Oh my gosh, I feel you. And Diana waves to everyone. Oh, this is so wonderful. I hope all of your Mondays are going great. You had a relaxing weekend if you're here in the States and had a long weekend for Thanksgiving. This is kind of tilted down. Hold on. Hope you can hear me okay. We had a beautiful weekend. It was so sunny, not extra warm, but like 40s or 50s. So here in high desert, when it's sunny and 40 or 50, it's dry and it feels warm. It was sweatshirt weather. Actually, we attempted to put together a wreath. It didn't go well. I just made swags and I actually had to take my sweatshirt off and be t-shirt weather. Can you believe that? Yeah. Welcome to Colorado in the winter time. And so, it would have been my wedding on Friday. I don't know how many of you know that, but that's okay. We postponed it. It's fine. I'll be talking about that again later. William's here too. Hello, William. Welcome. Yeah. So I hope you all had a nice, relaxing weekend. I worked on a secret project a little bit. I can't wait to tell you about it. I'm trying to put so many things I do under kind of one location, one umbrella that you can find me online. So it kind of it'll be a cool place to gather. So, I've got my podcast, I've got Facebook, I've got Instagram, I've got here with all you lovely people. So I want a place that I can like write blogs and posts and let everybody know where all those things are besides just the newsletter. Oh, also, if I think all of you probably are on the newsletter because you rock. But if you're not, or you're watching the replay, follow this link. And you can be part of the awesome Pro Pet Photog newsletter group. And that goes out every Friday morning. It coincides with my produced video here on YouTube. How are you? How are you? Let's see. Yes, Patty says hi to everyone. Diana, you have all the things in all the places. I do. I'm even, Diana, as you know, last week I even tried to post more on LinkedIn. I'm trying. I'm trying. Teresa, just curious, what does everyone normally charge for a 30-minute mini session? I just started offering mini sessions at 30 minutes for $50, including edited photos, plus signing up for Pixie Set. But, to be continued, Teresa. She's asking what people would charge for a mini. 30, I think you're saying 30-minute mini. Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah. Just signed up for Pixie Set, $35 a month. Oh, mine's like $10 a month. Wonder why yours. Why are you paying so much for Pixie Set? It should be like $10 a month, Teresa. It's just too, yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. I can tell you right now, it's ridiculously underpriced for what you're giving them. Plain out. Oh, 10. Oh, no. Oh, okay, Teresa. Yeah, I don't have my website hosting through Pixie Set. That's true. I only use it for photo sharing because I have my own, custom website. $50 a month, even though for that seems a little steep because that's $600 a year. I guess that's okay. I don't know how custom or detailed you can make your website, I guess. I mean, if you're really putting a lot of effort into your website, maybe $50 a month. That's probably about what Squarespace is charging, right? I don't know. Yeah, I only do the photo sharing there. Here's one of the things. Okay, so Teresa, it's kind of tricky to talk about prices. There's laws and stuff around that, but I would say, and there's also your area of the country. Like if you're in San Francisco, there's no way you're making money on that price. But if you're somewhere, if you're in Savannah, that might be a really good price. That's where my daughter lives. And she's getting maternity photos for what I would consider a steal. But cost of living is less in Savannah. Cost of living is much higher in San Francisco. You know what I mean? So part of it depends on your market. And part of it is like your time. So you're exactly right, Teresa. It is not worth your time. Like those should just, at that price, you might even consider just doing model sessions, don't even charge. But at least, you got people that are willing to pay. So that's a huge, huge stepping stone. Do you feel like there was something that clicked in your head just by charging people? So then you're like, okay, I can charge people and they will pay for it. So that's really awesome. Here's what you can do though. You can add value. So for $50, you get a 15-minute session. That's it. You're going to do one location, one dog, 15 minutes. They're going to get 4 images. That's it. And so when you put them in the Pixie Set gallery, you will watermark them. And what you can do is have an upgrade option. Oh, you want more? Would you like a set of 10? Well, here's the price for a set of 10. You can also hook up your print lab. And I've done that this year because of COVID. I wanted fewer meetings with my clients. And so I've set up Pixie Set with White House Custom Color, which is my lab, but they have lots of labs. MPix is in there, Miller's, a bunch of them. And they can do their own order. And I've had a lot of clients, even months later, I got an email the other day, like, oh, somebody bought another 11 by 14. I don't usually recommend this because I like in-person sales. But if you're doing these digital minis, you can set it up where if they want prints, here's a few prints they could buy, and they can just place the order themselves. The lab sends it right to them. So you might have a different set of products that way. But I would definitely, Teresa, say these are 10-minute, maybe 15-minute sessions, one pet for $50, and you get like 4 images, even 1 image. That's it. And then you could buy packages of images from there. So maybe they only want 1 for their Christmas card. That's fine. Don't kill yourself over it. Don't make less than you would at a fast food restaurant, And so that's what I would say. Given the opportunity to buy packages or prints beyond a tiny mini session, really try to keep yourself to that mini session. I did a video about 5, 6 months ago of minis I was offering this year. So that would be a good reference point too. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if you have a website, Teresa, just do that as photo sharing. Um, Thumbtack's okay. I don't care for Thumbtack. You have to pay for everything you respond to, whether they hire you or not. I don't care for that. But Thumbtack, a lot of people have liked it. Teresa, okay, include a number of images they can get. Sweet. Yes. I would definitely don't give them the whole thing. They will want all of them, which is awesome. And they have the option to purchase them. But you have to be really clear up front what exactly you're offering. So I have gotten into trouble. That's not really trouble, but when I'm not clear on what the digital images are. So let's say you have this gallery. I say they're social media ready images. So they're low res and they have my watermark in the corner. These are printable up to about a 4x6, but essentially they're for social sharing on social media, in newsletters, and small prints that you want to do for scrapbooking. And that's how I sell my digital images. Now, for commercial clients, they get full res, no watermark. But you can have different layers of digital images too. You can say, okay, you can have medium res, which means this. It's, 900 pixels on the long edge, something like that. Or you could say it's printable up to 5x7, because people will automatically think that they get the highest res images in the world and they can, print something huge. That's not what I offer for my digitals. So those are ways that you could change up what you offer too. It could be like this many social media ready, meaning this digital images. It could be high res, whatever you want to do. So there is wiggle room in there, even at your price point. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to set up Bay Photos so customers can order direct. Yeah. Are you doing that through Pixieset too then? Yeah. Once you kind of get it set up, Pixieset this year has changed their interface. It's gorgeous. It's really nice, actually. Yeah. For pricing guides. Yeah, maybe. It's kind of like how people used to do Craigslist and we could kind of figure out prices from Craigslist. Meh. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's a learning process. It really is. And so what you might be able to do is, Teresa, I know you're fairly new still, like that could be a nice draw for people. And so that could be like your beta group of clients, like the first few months you're in business or year. Okay. You're giving everybody all the images. They're sharing them everywhere. They're doing the marketing for you kind of. So if you have clients that are like, man, Teresa was the best. Look at all these awesome photos. And then you can whittle it down and say, okay, everyone. And your next client isn't going to know what your last client got. Trust me, they will not know. They're not comparing notes. And so you can just say, hey, for 2021, I'm changing things up. I've got these different packages. Each one of these 10-minute, 15-minute mini sessions is now going to have this many social ready images, but you also get the opportunity to get this. So always say it in a positive note too. You're really trying to take care of your clients wherever they're at. Yeah. It's okay. Shootproof. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Shootproof. I can't remember why I didn't go with them. I don't know. I think it was because I liked the interface of Pixieset. So some of the programs that have been around for a while, they just seemed dated and clunky to me. And so that's kind of at the time I went up with Pixieset. Yeah. Oh, because William, I think you have not Shootproof. Oh goodness, I can't remember what site you have. It's kind of similar though, so it's really cool that you can set it up directly with your print company. And I can tell you, is it really? Okay. I can tell you what I do on my Pixieset for my minis. They are paying a lower price for, let's say, 5x7s and 8x10s, but they are not mounted. So generally for my whole full custom sessions, those pictures are mounted, those prints are mounted on styrene. So they're thicker and they're not bendy and floppy and, something that you could just go get yourself. But when I'm doing these inexpensive minis, They will just get floppies. I still have a good margin, profit margin, but they can maybe get things at a little bit lower price, but I tell them that specifically. And then I have also mounted prints and canvases, a few of those available. And I usually tell them, if you want anything beyond, say, 11 by 14, contact me. Or if you want an album or cards or anything like that, let me know. I didn't realize that shoot proof was spendy. I thought it was like $20 a month, but I suppose if you're hosting your website there too, that makes a difference, doesn't it? Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Look, we're lucky that we do have a lot of choices. So there is that. And then there's also the idea of just doing a Zoom call. So you can Zoom them and show them. I know people who even do sales through their Lightroom, through their Photo Explorer, their folder system. You can still do that and place the order kind of face to face on Zoom with them, or in person if that's something that you're doing. Like right now, people can still, I'm pretty sure, yes. I don't remember what level we are in Colorado, but I think I can still have people come to my studio. We wear masks, and they sit across the desk. If you see my video there, where I have a second monitor. And so they can see my ProSelect screen. So that's in person, but I can also pipe ProSelects and show them as a screen sharing on Zoom. So, okay. You don't think it was expensive for a gallery? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's worth a shot. There's a bunch of them out there. What's the other one that everyone seemed to really love for a long time? They always had a ginormous booth at Imaging. I don't remember. I didn't like it. I wanted something more custom, but that's me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm trying to decide. I know pricing is huge, and it's something I've struggled with for years, and I've talked to other photographers about. So pricing is something I might consider teaching, not in a public forum though. So keep your notifications on, sign up for my newsletter, so you kind of know what's coming down the road, because I've got some big projects coming up for 2021. So yes. Let me make sure that you have the newsletter. Boop, 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 right there. And I should tell you too, it's Cyber Monday. I didn't mean to say this, but if you are thinking about building your own website, and you remember my friend Teresa Capoboda, and she has that entire course on building a website, it's on sale today for Cyber Monday at like a super discount. I want to say like $160 or something. And you could build, January is usually kind of slow. So you could build your whole website in a month. And that would save you some dollars for sure. Now, the Pixie set thing, you're still going to probably have to pay the $10 a month. But anyway, I just saw her before I went live post her Cyber Monday sale. So if that's something you want to do, build your own website, boop, 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 awesomewebsiteacademy.com. If you can't see the Cyber Monday sale, just let me know and I'll find it for you. Okie dokie. Where's my comments? Here we go. Let's see. I haven't missed any questions, I don't think. If I have missed your question, just go ahead and type it again and I'll see it again. I did want to talk to you about holiday sets. If that's something you're interested in, I've got a screen sharing. I've just got my Canva up. If you want to see some of the some of the sets I've built for rescues, if it's not too late for the shelters you're at, it kind of is for a lot of them. Like the shelter I work with and Frank works with, they like to now use those for their Christmas cards to people or the holiday cards. And so we try to get those done in mid-November, but sometimes they just want like a last minute something sparkly for the holidays. And so let me know if you want to see some of my really inexpensive set ideas. Yes. It's funny, Diana, I have her course too. And I got to like the first part and then I just haven't had a chance to go back, but I can't believe how much value is even in the very first module. She like, bam, jumps right in. Okay. You got to do this and this and this and this, bam. Like, oh, that's all you have to do. In a sense, like that's all you have to do, but okay, that's what you have to do. It is a very, very complete course though. Yeah. Pretty awesome for building the website. We're talking about the Awesome Website Academy course. Okay. Everybody, let me know how you're doing too. Are you feeling how you feeling about your business or your craft this year? What is it that you'd really like? Or is any of you thinking about what your goals are for next year? Not even just like big goals, but like, do you have something just, oh man, I've always wanted to learn how to do this for the crafter business side. That is something I could potentially teach, like how to use a particular piece of equipment or how to have this kind of communication with a client or setting things up. Let me know where kind of you're at because I know everyone in here is at a little bit different stage of their craft and business. And so I really want to meet you where you're at and provide value for you because even though I have lots of ideas, I say this all the time, it may not be what you're looking for. And I see that all the time on my YouTube channel. I put a lot of effort into some of my produced videos, and they're just like, meh, meh. Everyone's like, okay, I don't know. But then I do some kind of on the fly video and they resonate. And so I don't always know what those things are. If you can think of anything, let me know. And let's see. Okay, I hope y'all are still here. We are 20 minutes in. I have my chocolate chip cookie here that I haven't eaten yet. I used all my eggs yesterday to make cookies. Diana, my goal is to become a YouTube superstar, and you already are. If y'all ever want to know how to make a course, you should follow Diana Wilson. She's the one. She's inspired me so much. Patty, I want to start my business, but that's a big goal and it seems overwhelming at times. Boy, do I hear you there. Hmm. Yeah, definitely. And it seemed more difficult to fathom this last year because of everything that's going on. And not just because of that, just because that kind of weighs on you. It's really hard to work on big goals like that when you're constantly worried that you or your family is going to be sick or that something catastrophic is going to happen, whatever it is. So it's hard to concentrate on some of those things when we're always at just kind of a little bit of a level of anxiety or a lot of a level. I have definite days where I'm at a lot of level of anxiety and I don't do any of those big goals that day. Yeah. Patty, I hope you've had a chance to chit chat with someone at SBDC. I think that's a great place to start. I think we've talked about that. Yeah, so I definitely want to be able to talk to people about that because that's a hurdle for a lot of people. It does seem, I can tell you right now, 20 years ago, if you would have said, "Oh, Monique, you're going to be like owning your own business and doing all this thing," I'd say, there is no way I want to run a business. I don't want to do all that stuff. I don't want to pay taxes. I don't want to have employees, which I don't yet. Woof, thank goodness. I still kind of don't want to do that, but I have subcontractors. And then here I am. Ta-da! So I totally feel you on that. It's big, isn't it? It sure looks big for sure. Teresa says, I used to run a martial art business. Yes. And that took 5 years to really start turning a profit. Oh, you had to close it. Oh no. It is the same time frame for a photographer. Yeah. Yeah. For any business. I think so. You since you've already been a business owner, you could probably shortcut some of that because you found out what would work as far as marketing and doing your books. And you don't have to kind of go through all that first time stuff again. So it might be a little bit quicker for you, but I would say at least 3 years. Yeah. And that is a really hard pill to swallow. I do not like that at all. And I feel you on that. And that's part of the reason I'm just so driven. And I mean, even once you turn a profit, it doesn't feel like a profit because you have to put it back into the business and blah. And when I got together with Steve a few years ago and we started talking about this, and he's had several businesses, he says, that's just the way it is. It takes time. And the thing is with this kind of a business, Teresa, is that ours is very people centered, kind of like your martial arts business, right? So you have to get, your name out in town, and that doesn't happen overnight, even with running ads and things like that. And if we were able to like beat all the events, like let's say pre-COVID, and you were at every single pet related 5K in the area, and you went to all of the fundraisers and all of the open houses, and you did all of the, and I did all this, and you went to all the networking meetings, it still takes time to get your name out there. Not only that, I believe it takes time for your community to believe that you're going to be in business. So about 4 years ago, I had a client. I was going on a trip, and I was at a hard time in my life, and I photographed her family again. And she's like, "Hey, I want to make sure you're still going to be around next year because I really like you and I want you to be my family photographer every year." And that really started making me think, photographers really go out of business quickly. Most are not in business after 3 to 5 years. So people have started thinking about photography as people who aren't going to be around. And so you have to show people that you're devoted, you're committed, you're going to be here for the long haul. You absolutely love this job. You love your clients, you love their pets, and you don't want to do anything different with your life, kind of a thing. And that's the take I've had on it. And so it has taken a long time to get to that. Yeah. Yeah. Only 3 more years to go, right? Yes, but you have so much business knowledge behind you, and you have so many contacts in your community. If you know all these people in martial arts, they own businesses, they own pets, you can get your name out there. And be flexible. Like this year, I started NoCo Pet Pack with a friend of mine, and that is a local networking group for pet professionals. And we've had to have it online all year except for the first 2 months, but it is a great way to stay in contact with all of the other pet-based businesses around, because one of them is a pet boutique. And so she has a display up here like this at her shop, and she hands out my cards, and if people say, "Oh gosh, I need something for my dog," food or toys or bandanas, I was like, "You got to go to Wags in Old Town. Sherry and her crew are awesome." And so get in touch with all the other business owners and do a give and take. So I have so many marketing ideas besides just put pictures up at your vet office, which I don't think is effective. So I have marketing ideas too. And I have some things coming for all of you. Okay. I have some really great things coming for all of you. I really want to help you through this. I'm not going to come out here and say that I'm the most profitable ever. I am not a 6-figure business. I am not going to teach that. Okay. That's just not what's happening. Okay. Bye, Diana. Hugs. But I think there's just so much good we can do with the money that we earn from our pet photography. Not only can we get our dogs kibble in their bowls and our families, and we could pay for the things we need in our life and want in our life, but we can also give back to the things that mean the most to us. And for many of us, that's, pet related things, but it doesn't have to be. One of the things I had on my list from years ago is I'd love to be able to give back so much % of all of my income to somewhere. For me, it would probably be Animal Friends Alliance, right? I've worked with them for years and years now. I really love that organization. I would love to give a percentage of my income to them every year. And the more money I make, the higher percentage that could be. I was out there today taking pictures in the gravel run, and the landscape fabric is really starting to come up everywhere, and it's a mess. And I'm thinking in my head, how much does 20 yards of gravel cost? I would love to buy them a truck full of gravel to fill in that yard again. I don't know. So if I had more of a profit, I could put more money towards that. So that's part of a whole money talk I can give. But hang in there, Teresa. Put the work into it. Keep the fire burning. This last couple months have been awake at 4:30 every day. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go to work. I just really have these cool things that I'm working on, YouTube videos, client work, all kinds of things. And if that fire is in you, then write it. Definitely. I raised 5 kids plus their friends and all that. And kids go through these waves of learning. And sometimes they're on this big wave where, like, wow, they're so open to learning and they're receptive to learning. And we're like that with our businesses and our personal journey too. Like, whoa, this is the time that we have so much energy and fire under us. Take advantage of us. And then we'll dip down and we'll need a quiet time to either process or step away from it a little bit. You know what I mean? And so ride that. Don't be mad at yourself if you're like, man, how come I really want to work 12 hours a day? Go for it. Because then you might have a week where you're like, nah, I'm not going to get up at 4:30, and that's fine. Yes, right. I know. It's so great, but it is a hard road and it is a long road. What do people say? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And I'm getting kind of sick of hearing that, but it is so true. The reason I'm a photographer is because that picture's made in 1/250th of a second or faster. But you can't think like that when you're running a business. My new last name when we get married will be Eckes, and I've decided that we will be the Eckes Empire. And it's this empire, like, I'm so obsessed with it. I don't know what my dog was barking at. We had elk walk by last night. We have like our fence and then this field. And my neighbor called me. She's like, oh, there's 4 bull elk in the back. You got to come out. So I'm keeping my eyes open. The elk might come through again. Yeah, I'm on fire. Like, Teresa, you can tell. I'm sure Teresa, Patty, William, Frank, we're all in this position where we're just kind of on fire, right? We love this. We love our business. Yeah. Okay, so keep typing your stuff in there, but I want to show you some of my holiday set ideas. I think I'm going to make this into one of those little YouTube shorts because I think it would be super fun and give people lots of ideas. So let's pop over to that screen. I don't really know how to zoom on this closer. Oh, I can do it within. Okay. Never mind. That's too big. Let's see. So I just want to show you a couple of the set ideas that I've had over the years. This is my table, if you've seen that here. I have a tutorial on building this little table set at the cat rescue with blue salvage paper, this dark blue, and just these really inexpensive Christmas decorations and Christmas wreath. And then what I did, so you can see how those are on strings, I just clipped them up there. And then the kittens sat in the middle. So there's the whole set. And then here it is edited. I would have edited out these strings and stuff. This is from a couple years ago. So with just a really inexpensive like piece of paper, the little fake snowflakes and a wreath, you get something very winter and festive. Oh, and here Frank is just using it as a toy. So the kitties can like, woo, this is obviously an outtake. We had a little cat bed or basket that we've put just some plaid fabric in. And this is one of the end result pictures. Lots of copy space here for the shelter to write whatever they needed to write for their people. Oh, I might sneeze. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So do you like that, Patty? Yes. And Teresa. So you can see how like this looks like it would be a complex set, but then you look at that and go, oh, it's a table with paper and some fabric and a toy on a string. That's it. Here's another one where on my table I have some white fleece, and it's the no pill kind, which is great about that is that you can just wash it over and over. And this is one of those poofy garland things. Now, I don't generally like you wrapping animals and things. I don't care for the pictures where the dogs and cats are wrapped in Christmas lights. I don't think that's a good idea. This kitty kind of just wrapped himself in it, or I think we just laid it over him and he was fine. So just roll it around the animals. Here is an idea where it was just overlays. So it was a winter outside, kind of cooler, backlit puppies. I went to the foster home for these 2-3 years ago, or longer. And then you just do an overlay. So if you don't have any props or it's too chaotic to use props, do some cute overlays. Heartspeak has a ton of free ones, and so does Canva. Here's another one. Oh, we did put a little hat on this guy. Here's one. This is just one of those shoe boxes from Walmart at the time. Those little red trucks with the Christmas trees in the back were just getting to be really popular at that point. So I still have most of these props. I have that fake tree. I don't have the box anymore, but the fake poinsettias, and then this is an overlay. And some kitties just love climbing in boxes, right? Or I really prefer with cats to just set things around them that they can walk through. So this little kitty walked through the set. So I'm just trying to give you some ideas. Oh, this is this year. Those little fleece scarves I made. Super, super, super simple. But isn't that kind of festive and warm and yeah, easy, easy. You could do that with cats or dogs. This is Doggy from last year. Another kitten from this year. Obviously, you can get sweaters and hats. This isn't the best photo, but I wanted to show you the hat and the sweater, mix it up. A lot of these shelters are donated all kinds of costumes and sweaters for dogs. Oh my goodness. The one I'm at, they just have a whole bin of them in the shed. So ask them. William's running out of storage for his props. Oh my gosh, it's hard not to. And now that I own a house, I have a garage. Oof, that's dangerous. Christmas neckties for the males and bows. Oh, yes. Cloth ornaments for the small animals. Yes, I love it. I think we all kind of tend to gather them, don't we? And here's those same props, just kind of sitting around the puppy. And a little tiny bow. You could even just get these little bows, for packages and put those around them. I just love how his hat's lopsided. And I still have that hat. I use that hat this year. I still have the poinsettias. So you can use these over and over, which is great. And here's where I just put some overlays. I think I either got these in Canva or on HeartSpeak. Yeah, that's the end. I thought it would just be kind of fun to show you some of the ideas if you have just last minute holiday photos to make for yourself, your rescues and fosters, that kind of thing. Panda! A lot of times my kitty doesn't wrap his tail around himself. When I take a picture, his tail isn't showing. No, I struggle with that too, Panda, because dogs and cats will do that. They'll be sitting here just this perfect little triangle and their tail just roll, it kind of goes off forever. And I want to just crop it in so I can see their face more. And that's fine. I don't mind that at all. That's your cat. So crop it a couple different ways or take it a couple different ways. And sometimes it's fun, Panda. So if you get that picture where this whole corner is nothing because you have kitty and then his tail goes on forever, or her, you have all that room to write stuff. So you could put stuff there 'tis the season to be jolly. You know what I mean? So that could be a lot of copy space, but then take one where it's cropped in and see which one you like better. The rescues don't really seem to care unless they have a very unique tail or they want to show off that. But I've never had a request to particularly show their tail. Clients do. That should be arriving any day. I did a kitten client, and one of the pictures she chose was because his tail was in it, and he's like a black and white kitten and the tip of his tail is white. So he wanted to show that. But that was just up to her. Normally, you don't want to cut off any limbs. You don't want to cut things off at a weird place that's not a joint. But I think tails, if you include tails in every photo, then their face ends up being so teeny. So I don't know. If y'all have different ideas for Panda that you think are better, let me know. You know what else I love, Panda, too, is sometimes when they're sitting facing away from me and then they do the over the shoulder and look back. If you could ever get your kitty to do that, those are pretty endearing, I think. But they're hard to do, I must say. I try it every time, but it doesn't always work. But since you have lots of opportunities with her, oh, and Panda. Oh my gosh. You reminded me. I would still, since I have all of you on here, I would love to do a photographer reacts. I think we talked about that. Yeah. Because you could do the sitting, looking away from you, and then over the shoulder. Learn all the noises too. I make some crazy noises on set, and that helps. Oh, yes. I wanted to show you the banner with my email. I would love to do a photographer reacts. Now, Panda sent me some pictures and I got pictures from someone else that I have an email. And I would love to do like your silliest pet photograph. It could be your own pet, it could be a shelter pet, whatever you want to do. I would love to do a photographer reacts with your permission to show your art. Let's get a giggle. Let's just get a giggle. And if you have pictures that you want me to feature here on YouTube, I want to do a photographer react so bad. I love humor and I love silly pictures of pets. There's whole award ceremonies now for the funniest pet pictures and wildlife pictures, and it's kind of a thing. And so I would love to feature yours if you would let me. I don't know when that episode would air. I would need several, to film it. So send them over, email them to me. Oh, that'd be so fun. So fun. Let's see. Oh, I should make that banner go away. Let's go back to comments here. Yes. Thank you, Patty. I should link that somewhere. I'll put it in the comments of this live stream once we're done being live. I'll put it in the comment instead of the chat, the link to that. Oh, darn, right? It's tough to get the over the shoulder. It really is. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. 5 or less, I would say. I love silly pictures. You're lucky to have a picture in focus. I don't know. I've loved all the pictures you've sent me, Panda. So, and also I think kudos to you because you're using a phone. And sometimes with the phone, there's that little bit of lag and they don't do as well in low light, things like that. So kudos to you to get anything on a phone. It's hard. All right. How many weeks do we have left? We only have like 4 weeks left, I think. Let me pull up my calendar here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 Fridays coming up. Can you believe that? And one of them's Christmas. So I've been battling whether I even want to post a video on Christmas. I think I'll just do a simple one. Heather, I'm trying to work out what camera upgrade to go for. Ooh, Nikon D3, D3X, or hold out for the D5. I want to invest in lenses so I can produce great quality images. Any thoughts? I haven't kept up on Nikon in a while. I remember people loving the Nikon D4, I think, but I can't remember. Now I heard a rumor that there was remember the 850? And that was just a phenomenal camera forever. Now they're coming out with, I think, an 880. Does that ring a bell? Oh no, they're having Cyber Monday. Okay, that's $2,000. It's a 24 pickle. You have you definitely want a good lens. Kind of depends on what. Oh, that's a refurb one. This is a B&H. What your budget is, right? This does not have a flippy screen. I don't know if that's important to you. It looks like a pretty small screen. Oh, this particular one has the battery drive on the bottom. That's pretty nice. Yeah. I kind of like that vertical button idea. That's pretty cool. 24 pixels is plenty. That's one of my cameras has that. I had 24 pixels for a super long time. Yeah. This is DSLR though, isn't it? It's not mirrorless. I'm looking on my other screen. Kind of depends on really your budget. You want to invest in lenses. Like, which lens do you want? Like, look up the lens and then maybe you can say, okay, whatever's left over is for the camera. Let's see. Yeah. Do you think you want to do mirrorless? I don't know. It's so hard to choose because there are so many good cameras. Like, you're really not going to go wrong. Let's face it. Although I'm a Sony fangirl and I have Sony, I was Nikon for 20 years, 25 years, something like that. Steve was Canon. They're all awesome. They're all so good. That's why it's so hard, probably, because they are so good. and people talk about future proofing their purchases. There's no way to do that because, like you're saying, next month the D5 is going to come out. Next month the Sony A7S III is coming out. Like, there's always something that we want that they come out with. They're really good at that. and they always have like this little thing that you wish they had, and then they come out with it. So there's always, you're going to always want to upgrade it's just what's going to happen. But there are so many good cameras that I just don't think that you can go wrong. I don't. That's probably a fine camera. I don't know. You could go back and watch old episodes of Tony and Chelsea Northrup because they're very good about doing unbiased opinions, and not just opinions. Actually, Tony gets super like detailed in his reviews and his work with those cameras. They're not sponsored by any camera companies. So Tony and Chelsea Northrup would be a great one. And of course, all the big publications that talk about the camera, specs and stuff. Mirrorless is too expensive. They are so new. You can get a mirrorless for $2,000. Easy. Yeah. They've gone over to oh, Tony and Chelsea. I think they're kind of split, aren't they? I don't know. They try out so many cameras, I can't keep track. Oh my gosh. Like, if we're on B&H and we go to Sony, let's see. What's one of the Sony ones? Okay, Rachel Lurch has a landscape channel, A992. She loves. Oh, that's not mirrorless though. I forget. Canon full frame. Oh, William. Okay, Canon full frame 5DX Mark III and a 20D for years. They've been workhorses for me. Yes, and that came out, I think, about the same time Nikon came out with their D850, and they've just been crazy workhorses that whole time, haven't they, William? Yeah, that's still a fantastic camera. Yeah. Sony A7R. Oops, there is no A6. A7R. Let's see, A7 III. Okay, so get this. The Sony A7 III, not the R3, but the 3, 24 pixels, is $1,700. Yeah. So if you wanted to do mirrorless digital, it's the same as my camera, but just a few megapixels less. Seriously. There's even a kit one for $2,000 with a 2870 lens over at B&H. So that seems like a pretty rocking deal, honestly. You save $300. Wow. Oh my. Oh, I better stop looking. Yeah, Canon's great too. Oh, so good. I don't know what to tell you. I do a lot of stuff on here about Sony, and I can tell you some of the stuff that I experience, but no camera is going to have everything you want. That's just not going to happen. You're always going to want the next camera, the next camera. If you need a camera now, if the camera that you have explored everything on it, you have maxed out its potential, then I would consider upgrading. As much as I love Sony's, as much as I love new gear, I had old little Nikons for a long time. The cheap $200 50 mil 1.8 lens, the cheap, $500-600 85 mil 2.8. I mean, I had those, and I ran my business for years with the old Nikon D300. It can be done. But what I'd say is my 300 ended up with lots of actuations on it. Like, I pushed the shutter button so many times. Yes, and I love full frame. And it had things that were starting to stick that couldn't be fixed anymore. And I had explored every single button on it. I had really maxed it out. And then I knew it was time to upgrade. I have not maxed out the Sony cameras I have now, so I'm not upgrading now. Somebody else in my household is considering upgrading, but that'll be for a future video. I'm actually trying to talk him out of it. Yes, I don't care what people say about full frame. It is awesome. I think there is a picture quality difference in full frame. Yeah. Yeah. You've killed your D300. I know, right? Like, we love them. My D70 before that. And just, if you feel like you've really maxed it out and you just can't do your job and you feel like you could be more efficient and get the images that your clients want with a new camera, it could be time. There's a lot more stuff to put into that, right? Like, do you have the money to put into it? That kind of thing. But you can also write a percentage. I can't remember. Heather, are you in the US? You can write off a percentage of your equipment on taxes if you've got your business set up as a business. The sensor's gone. Well, that's horrifying. You definitely need a camera. Yeah, you don't have to deal with crop factor on those, right? Yeah. Like, you pair a nice full frame camera with a nice lens. I tell you what, you could all day long shoot with a 24 megapixel full frame camera and an 85 mil lens or a 50 mil lens all day and make money. Your clients have no clue what camera you have, and they don't need to. They are hiring you. You just need to know how to make that equipment work. Seriously, that $2,000 A7 III with the 2470 all day long, you can make money with that and build on it later. Like, I try to keep my client average at about $1,200, my average sale. That is gross. So my take home on that is maybe like 400. So in a way, you can make that back in like 4 sessions, right? Yeah. You're welcome, Heather. This is fun. I love Q&As. I hope I'm being helpful. I'm not. Sometimes I get off and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so direct. I hope I didn't like turn anyone away. Like, there's just some times where I feel like I need to be direct. It's going to take 3 to 5 years to build your business. That's how it goes. I didn't make that up. I mean, that's just the way it goes. No matter how much we want it to be faster. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm a little direct. I hope it's okay. Can one expense all equipment? I did look that up and it's an option. Okay. Yeah. So what you can do now, talk to your accountant. If I remember right, what you can do is take all of it up front. So if I spend $5,000 on new equipment this year, lights and, cameras and reflectors, whatever, those kind of camera equipment things, then I can expense that out all at once, or I can expense it over 3 years. It kind of depends on what tax bracket you're in, how much you need that break. Usually I need to take the whole thing all at once. So consider that. Yeah. Yeah, it is an option for sure. Yeah. Mileage, I don't know if that's still a thing, but keep track of mileage to and from your clients. If you get into stock photography, then you can even count your mileage to the rescues if you're selling those photos on stock. Otherwise, you can't. Like, it's a much smaller. It's only a few cents per mile instead of whatever it is now. I don't remember, 27 cents a mile or something. Mileage to and from client meetings. So mileage is a big one. Equipment's a big one. What's up, Bay? Bailey's like, hey, isn't it time for a walk? Real soon, honey. So yeah, keep track of mileage for sure. For sure. You're welcome. Yeah. A few years ago when I went on my giant road trip, I actually ended up doing client sessions at the other end of that road trip. And I was able to add up all that mileage. I don't know. It was like, I don't know how far it is from here to there, but like 5,000 miles or something. Felt like 5,000 miles. There's no way that's 5,000 miles. Okay. Side trip here. Oh my goodness. I want to see how far it is. Yes, from home to where I used to live. 1,100 miles. Okay. So 3,000 miles all around. Amber, 1,500 miles. Okay, yeah. If I went from here to Camas, I'm not talking about Seattle. Let's see. Like when we did Port Angeles, Amber. Um ah I can't get it to go back. Oh, here we go. Here to Port Angeles is yes, from home. Yeah, that's 13 to 1,500 miles, depending on route. You're right, Amber. Very good. All right. Super. Patty, your one dog won his BCAT this weekend for fast CAT. Oh, snap. You're going to have to spell out those acronyms for me, Patty, because I just don't remember what that means. BCAT. Your dog was a fast cat. Tell me what that means. And do you have pictures? We also would love to see that. Oh, unless you're the handler, it might be hard, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that year I had a lot of mileage for my taxes. It was much needed. But honestly, tax laws have changed immensely in the last 4 years. So again, ask a pro. I don't know that much about accounting. I have accountants, tax preparers. Oh, lure coursing. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Patty, if you have pictures, share them in the group. Yay. Coursing ability test. That sounds so fun. I wish my dog liked doing anything besides sniffing for bunnies. Coursing ability test. Is that, it almost sounds like luring combined with agility or like some kind of course. Is that right? Yeah, post them over. I'm sure everybody here already knows this. The Facebook group. In the Facebook group. Pro Pet Photo Facebook group. Yes. I am working on the new little logo for that. Pro Pet Photog. I hope y'all saw that post in there. I'm working on something better. Let me know what you think of it. 100-yard dash. All dogs can do it. Yeah, but my dog would try to eat the other dogs. Her 10 pounds of fierceness. That's the problem. She's not friendly. She loves social distancing. It's her favorite. Besides chasing bunnies and barking at people and other dogs. And she tried to bark at the elk. I pulled her away from that real fast. Let's see. Fast cat is 100-yard dash chasing a lure. Dogs get times for how fast they run. Ooh. Do they get something at the end? Like they can't have the lure because that's on a string, right? So what is their like motivation to do that? What do they get at the end? I had this other dog and she was so energetic. We would do the flirt pole. And so that would teach her a whole bunch of different things, but she just got to run around in a circle while I did like this merry-go-round of a toy. And eventually you need to like give her a toy, I guess. I can't remember now what we did. Oh, I got to close B&H because then I'd want to like, ooh, what equipment's on Cyber Monday sale? Stop, Monique. Just stop. Oh my gosh. Okay. This has been going, oh goodness, it's been an hour. I have to coordinate. I'm finally getting my dishwasher replaced. I have to talk to them about my refrigerator. And guess what? My dryer button also broke, but I think I can fix it. I have to fix my dryer. I feel like something else broke too. Oh, the shower, but that's all fixed now. Except for patching the wall. Oh, ownership. It's just joyous. Oh my goodness. All right. I have to sign out, but we can continue the conversation over in the Facebook group. I'd love to have you all there. If you have any questions about anything we talked about on here, you can put that in the comments. Remember, once you're done with the chat, to go out and give the little like button a boop. So YouTube likes that and they'll show it to somebody, other people. And I can answer any more of these questions over in the Facebook group as well. Remember, that is a closed group, so we're pretty sheltered in there, and it's private, so that's good. You are welcome. It's great to see all of you. The next time we meet will be in December. Oh, it's it's crazy. It's fast. Yay, you're welcome. Yeah, so great to see everyone. I'm so glad this worked out for everybody today. I'll see you back here again at 2 o'clock Mountain Time next Monday. Mark your calendars. All right. Awesome, awesome to see everyone today. And as always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs. Okay. Bye, everyone. Have a super week. Bye.